Are doing well. Welcome to drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent Black people. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I wanted to come in and talk to you guys about this lawsuit between Snoop Dogg, Master P, and Walmart. Apparently, Snoop Dogg and Master P are suing Walmart right now, claiming that Walmart has engaged in the unfair and deceptive practice of blocking their product from being seen by the customer. They're basically accusing Walmart of lying and saying that the product is out of stock when really it is in stock. And I think this lawsuit's significant. I think it's interesting. I think it's worth paying attention to. And before we, sorry guys, I'm choking a little bit. And before we begin our financial consciousness training this morning, I thought I would come in and talk to you guys about it so you guys would kind of know what was going on and get my 2 cents on the issue. Now, as you come in, let me know. Give me a yes if you can hear me. Also, please hit that thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. Also, as a reminder, this podcast is on Spotify. You can look up the Dr. Boyce Breakdown or just look up Boyce Watkins. You'll find me on Spotify. Good morning, El Haj, and my name is Corey Darlise, Unofficial Speed. Good morning to all of you. Okay, so let's hop into this. I'm in Vegas for the Super Bowl, so I got to be quick. I got some other stuff going on today. But of course, y'all are important too, and I love y'all. And if you want to join us for financial consciousness training, you just go to drboycedaily.com. We do this every morning. All right, so it says here, according to the Washington Post, it says rapper Snoop Dogg and Master P are suing Walmart and food manufacturer Post Consumer Brands. So they're not just suing Walmart, they're suing Post, accusing the companies of deliberately keeping their cereal product from customers to hinder its success. A lawsuit filed by the duo Tuesday alleged that both companies acted in a diabolical and underhanded manner by hiding boxes of Snoop cereal in stockrooms, coding the product to, quote, to not be put out on store shelves. This, in turn, prevented Snoop Dogg and Master P from profiting off the cereal sales, the lawsuit said. Quote, this case shines a light on the steep challenges faced by minority-owned businesses in securing fair opportunities in the marketplace, said Ben Crump, their attorney. The actions by Post Foods and Walmart demonstrate cynical disregard and exploitation of minority entrepreneurs in the business world. Crump, the go-to attorney for racial justice, said in a tweet Wednesday that he was proud to be working with the stars to make sure Walmart and Post are held accountable, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Snoop Dogg, whose real name is Calvin Brodus, and Master P, a.k.a. Percy Miller, created their food label, Brodus Foods, in 2022. The duo initially approached Post to gain support for Snoop cereal, hoping the breakfast juggernaut could help promote their product, the lawsuit said. Post responded by offering to buy Snoop cereal, the lawsuit said, noting that the move could have cut the rapper's business out of the market. Snoop Dogg and Master P turned down the offer as they hoped to preserve Brodus Foods as a legacy to their families, the lawsuit said. Post then proposed and entered into a partnership promotion agreement with Brodus Foods for the manufacturing, marketing, distribution, and sale of Snoop cereal in December 2022. But the lawsuit said Post did not honor the arrangement, accusing it of pretending to be on board with the duo's goals by agreeing but failing to treat the cereal like one of its own brands. The lawsuit alleged that Post worked with Walmart to ensure that none of the boxes of Snoop cereal would ever appear on store shelves, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So let me give you a quick take on this. I'm going to actually delve into this a little bit more in our financial consciousness training later on today, because I think this is an important consciousness exercise. First off, let me ask y'all, give me a yes or no. How many of you think that Master P and Snoop have a legitimate lawsuit? Give me a yes if you think that Master P has the right to sue Post and to sue Walmart. Give me a yes if you think Snoop Dogg has some validity to his lawsuit. I like Master P a lot. He's a very nice man. I saw him last week. We were at Lamar Tyler's event. We both spoke there, and he was a great guy, excellent businessman. I have a lot of respect for him. I've never met Snoop, but I do know Ice Cube, and I know that those guys, I love the fact that they're unified. Even 30 years later, they understand that working together is better than working apart. So they're not like these crazy comedians who are all going on Club Shay Shay and slaughtering each other's careers. Snoop and Dre and Cube, those guys work together, and I love it. I love the unity. I just have much respect for that. I want to make that 100% clear as we begin this discussion. Now, let's have the for real conversation about this. I'm going to say, first of all, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Snoop Dogg and Master P have a lawsuit that they should be filed. They hired the right guy to get it done. Ben Crump can go and kick some ass and take names. He's a great lawyer. And I met another great lawyer just yesterday. He broke my phone in the airport. By accident. He bumped into me, Demario Solomon Simmons, out of Tulsa, who works with Ben Crump. He's just as good of an attorney, just not as famous. But Demario's been my friend for a while. So they do have a suit. I support the suit. I hope that they win. But here, so let me break down the reality of what I think is happening, though. Remember, Post came along and said, "We want to work with you, but we need to own you." And we know this is the history. This is the tradition. They buy Black-owned brands. They don't really partner with them. They're not looking to see you as the owner. They're looking to see their shareholders become the owners, and because that's how they maximize shareholder wealth. So here's what happens. So they go to Snoop and Dre, and again, this is my speculation. They go to Snoop and Master P and they say, "Look, hey, we love your brand. We love what you're doing. We'd like to own it because that's the tradition of America. White people own everything. Black people just build stuff up so we can sell it to them." And Snoop and Master P make the very visionary, very intelligent remark that, "Look, we don't want to sell this. We want this to be a legacy for our families. We want to own this, etc." And so what they do is they say, "Oh yeah, you know what? We get it, bro. It's excellent. We agree with you. Why? I mean, why? Who wouldn't want to preserve their family legacy?" So what they do is they propose a second agreement where they say, "Okay, sure, we'll put your product in with our products, and we're going to promote your products just like we promote our own. We're going to take think of it like a child. We're going to take your child, and we're going to put your child in with our kids, and we're going to treat your kid just like our kid." Y'all, let me know if you follow where I'm going with this. I need you to understand this. We're gonna feed your baby the same food we feed our kids. We're gonna give them the same amount of attention we give the children that are ours. We're going to financially support your baby as if we gave birth to the baby, but we're gonna let you secure most of the benefits of ownership. How many of y'all understand where I'm going with this in terms of laying out the framework of how this is probably not really going to typically work out? I mean, how many of you could adopt another kid? And I mean, truly, like taking the neighbor's child, and the neighbor, sends you maybe $50 a week, $100 a week. How many of you would really feel like you could really treat that child as if they're your own? I asked this question because what they were really doing, in my opinion, is I bet you they were just giving them lip service. So movie studios do it all the time. They say, "Yeah, oh, you want to make the movie according to your terms? Oh, you want to cut us out of the deal? You want to keep the profits for yourselves? Sure, we can make the movie." But you know what they didn't do? They say, "Okay, we're going to tell you yes at the front door, but we're going to telling you no in the back door. We're going to tell you yes on the surface, but really deep down when you get into the nitty gritty, the answer is hell to the no. You want to own this? Okay, well, you can also own the responsibility of distributing your own product." That's what they're doing. That movie studios do it all the time. They'll say, "Yeah, we'll release your movie, sure." But then what happens is the movie flops. Well, why does the movie flop? Well, because they don't give it the same budget. They don't give it the same promotion. They don't do the same work that they normally do to make a movie successful. Give me a guess if you follow what I'm saying. This is like a version of quiet firing. Anybody ever heard of quiet firing or quiet quitting? Quiet firing and quiet quitting are when quiet firing is when the employer doesn't formally fire you because they don't want that kind of smoke. They don't want to have a battle with you. So what they do is they just push you out of the job. They offer you the lowest pay. They give you the worst work. They pressure you to leave. Quiet quitting is where the employee says, "Look, I'm still here. I'm still an employee. I'm still a team member, but they ain't really doing no work." You know what I mean? Like dating somebody where they really left the relationship, but they formally haven't left, right? They haven't announced that they're leaving, but they really are. They done checked out. They know he got the side chick. She ain't coming home at the time she used to, right? So that's what it is. That's what happened. I think that Walmart and Post ghosted Snoop and Master P. And again, I'm not saying that they were wrong. I agree with the lawsuit. I want them to win. I can't wait to see the outcome. But the reality is that this really is a reflection of the next level we must go to when it comes to Black-owned businesses. See, what you got to understand is that it's not enough to create a cereal brand. Creating a cereal brand is the first step. Creating the product is only the first of 3 steps to making money from the product. There's 3 stages to product development and to make money. Write this down as a business lesson so you'll know this when you create your product. There is what they call production, the creation of the product, like hip hop music, going in the studio, hitting a blunt and making a dope ass song. That's the production part. Then there's the distribution. This is what white folks control. This is where they have billions in infrastructure. This is where we got to start carving out our spaces. We have to start carving out distribution, because what they were doing was they were leaning on Post and Walmart to distribute their product the same way they distribute their own. And Walmart's like, no, why would we distribute your cereal where we're making 90% of the profits or 100% when it instead distribute your cereal where we're only getting 5% or 10% or 20% or whatever you negotiate? Why does it make sense for us to give you the same distribution that we give ourselves? So ultimately, there's production, distribution, and then there's monetization. Monetization is the ability to get the customer to buy the product. So Walmart said, oh, okay, you know what? We're going to distribute, air quotes, we're going to distribute Snoop's cereal to all of our stores. But the best store shelf space is going to be preserved for our partners. They gave us a bigger cut of the bread. Our premium space is going to be preserved for companies like Post and their Captain Crunch and their Frosted Flakes and all these other products that have been around for 100 years. So what I'm going to say here is this. Look, I'm not saying that they're wrong. I agree. I want to make it clear. Give me a yes if you follow what I'm saying here. I am not saying that they're not justified. I'm not saying that this couldn't be a form of racism. It is. If you join us for Powernomics training every Wednesday night, we explain this. We break all this down so you understand the history of this. In fact, if you want to join us, it's totally free. Just go text the word greatness to 87948. Text greatness to 87948. We do Powernomics training. I explain to you how all this works in the history and the context, so you'll understand that this is just white folks being white folks. So there is a racial element to this, but it's not as simple as you think. It's not as simple as you think. And what it really speaks to is not just the mandate that Walmart do the right thing for Black people. It also mandates that Black people do the right thing for Black people. See, it's not just them doing all the work to make things right. We got to do some work to make things right for ourselves, because here's the deal. I want y'all to understand this. So what if they win the lawsuit against Walmart? And what if Walmart says, we surrender, we're going to give you distribution for Snoop cereal all throughout the country? Well, that's a beautiful thing. But how many of y'all in here are Grammy award winning artists that have made sold millions of records, or whatever that? Maybe they won a Grammy, maybe they haven't. I don't know. But seriously, I mean, how many of you have as much global appeal as Snoop Dogg? How many of you have as much global appeal as Master P? Most of us, most regular people, are not Snoop. They're not Master P. So Snoop and Master P getting their cereal distributed in Walmart is very different from you getting your products distributed through Walmart. You understand? The success of the Black celebrity is disconnected in many cases from the success of the Black masses. And I say this with complete respect to Master P and Snoop, because I think Master P is such a smart guy that he is the guy that's going to hear some of this and go and actually take some of those millions and start doing something that I wish the other artists had supported, which is building entire economic infrastructure or ecosystems that allow for the employment of the masses. So you got to think about the masses. You can't just think about the masses. You got to think about the masses. Massa has an A, masses has an E. You got to think about the masses, not just the masses. The masses are the Walmarts and the Posts. And then you got the big celebrities beneath them. They eventually partner. They settle the lawsuit. They pay them a bunch of money. They distribute their cereal. What does that do for the Black community at large? It gives us more cereal that we can consume. That's not enough. You also have to long-term use some of that wealth to develop and carve out independent ecosystems of product distribution so that the Master P grocery stores that are placed all throughout the United States can then distribute thousands of Black-owned products. Do you understand? Do y'all get what I'm saying? See, the job of the celebrity is not just to clear their own path. It is to clear a path so that all of us can come through. You want to break the dam so that all of us can roll through like that water flow through Hurricane Katrina. I want us to all break through, not just Master P and Snoop Dogg, but Master P and Snoop are such smart men that I believe they're going to hear this argument and get everything that I'm saying and understand that this is not a diss track. I'm not dissing either one of these guys. I hope they win the lawsuit, but I want us all to win, and I think that they understand where this is coming from. I fully expected Walmart to do this because right now Walmart and Post have no incentive to protect a product that they don't own as much as they protect products that they do own. That's just capitalism 101, y'all. I hate to break it to you, but that's how the game works. Y'all know I'm a professor of this stuff. This is what we teach. This is what I'm saying. All right, I got to go. we're starting financial consciousness training. If you'd like to join us, you can go to drboycedaily.com. We're going through my book, The 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power. You can get a copy of the book, you can get the study guide, and you can get the flashcards for your kids to learn all the concepts by going to drboycebooks.com. That's drboycebooks.com. Also, if you'd like to get profit alerts of stocks that I like, things like that, just text the word stock to 87948. Text stock to 87948. I'm out of here, guys. God bless you. Have a great day. And good luck, Snoop and Master P. I hope you win your lawsuit. See you soon. Peace.